get started, and I see, oh wow, Andrea, good to see you. Very good to see you. Wow. Or have you join us, I should say. So here we are. It's today is March 5th, 2019, and just to make sure we're in the right year, and we're here for this global meditation for lasting peace. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Joe Weston, and I have a guest here, Shelley. And some of you are new, and some of you have been coming back quite regularly. In fact, for more than almost 9 months, I would say. And what we're doing here is we're creating a space where we can come together with people who share similar values, people who share a similar vision of how the world can be, or could be, or will be. And for some of us, it could be a feeling of just to remind ourselves we're not alone, and that there are others out there that share similar values and are committed to a concept of maybe even opening up to manifesting, not even just dreaming, but manifesting the idea of a world with lasting peace. For some of us, this is a great opportunity to just drop in and connect with other people and clarify all different parts of ourselves. And for some of us, it could be part of our mission of what we're looking to manifest in the world. So whatever your motivation is, it's great to see you here. For those of you who are here for the first time, the lasting this meditation for lasting peace is based on the core exercise, which is the core of the practice of respectful confrontation. And I'll be guiding you through it, and it's an opportunity for us to cultivate on a weekly basis what I would say is a deeper level of resilience and a deeper level of fierce compassion. And I'm finding that as the world continues to unfold, as it's unfolding, I'm hearing from many people around the world who are struggling with this idea of, where do I feel empowered? Where can I feel a sense of making sense of what's going on, navigating the stress and anxieties and the pressures of day-to-day life, feeling like maybe there is a way that we could actually contribute and have an impact, and how would that look like? And for me, the basis of that is taking all the gifts we already have, all our intelligence, all our experience, all the wisdom, all the talents that we have that we can make use to have more of an impact, to add to that a deeper level of resilience and fierce compassion, to increase our capacity of whatever it is we hope to achieve in the world and the impact we want to have. And I always start, before we start the meditation, with just a little talk about what's up for me, or themes that I'm seeing. And one of the concepts that I talk about is this idea of spiritual bankruptcy. I talk about this idea of global intimacy, and that's what we're cultivating, that we get to do something like this. And I don't, when I say spiritual bankruptcy, I try not to come from a judgmental place, but to just look at the symptoms of what many of us are seeing or struggling or victims of or contributing to in some way, where our current society, based on how fast things are going and based on what's valued, whether we value it or not, but things that we're forced to play, we have to play the game. In what ways, and that, I particularly look, being in the United States, even though I'm not there currently, to think about the United States and, this idea of spiritual bankruptcy is, what policies are being manifested at the moment? Where is the country going, or where the little blip we're in right now, what is that manifesting, and what is it showing up for us? And, we each might have our own viewpoint about what spiritual bankruptcy is. But one of the symptoms that I find with myself and others is we're all so busy. Is busyness is a way of distracting us, and a way of not connecting more with our deepest sense of who we are, and being nurtured from a deep place. You might say a spiritual place, or the highest you could say, if you don't use the word spiritual, being nurtured by our highest values and our highest aspirations, and coming from our hearts. And that's the basis of respectful confrontation, is understanding the depths and the power in compassion. So in a sense, one of the symptoms, even though we may not see ourselves as spiritually bankrupt, or that we're doing things that are harming others in a way, but how are we caught up in the symptoms of that in our busyness? And just a lot of people I talk to is that part of the thing about our busyness is that there's also a celebration of our abundance. Many of us are being called to really be of service and to really live out our mission of being of support to others, so we can celebrate our abundance and our capacity to navigate a lot of different things. But is it really serving us? And for me, a lot of it, what I'm thinking of is, what am I doing to cultivate more of a sense of efficiency in how I'm working through things? And I'm in a very busy period, and I can easily get caught up in the swirl of that. And I'm really having to work on my practices, particularly this core exercise, to cultivate a real sense of presence, a real sense of grounding, a real sense of focus, and choosing into what I want to manifest and what I'm doing, as opposed to and being responsive to it. So I want to offer that as another way of using this exercise, is how can you not only come to this once a week meditation to create more capacity and expansion, fierce compassion and resilience, but how can you begin to really walk this out into all moments of your life, and seeing a way that can bring you to more clarity, of more specificity, and overcoming some of that busyness. And you might just be doing all the same things, but doing it in a way where there's clarity about it, which makes it less perhaps overwhelmed, and where actually you can tap into, since these are probably things you're doing that are resonating from your highest values. For those of you who've done work with me enough, these values can actually bring you energy. You can tap into the energetics, into the deep, unlimited capacity of our highest aspirations. And that can literally feed us physically and emotionally and mentally, as well as spiritually. So I want to offer that as we look at this, in terms of, using this exercise and seeing it for its efficiency and its capacity to bring clarity. So those of you who have done this enough, you know what the drill is. But for those of you who are doing it for the first time, as I said, this is based on one of the core principles in my work, the core exercise, where we cultivate a deeper level of centeredness and grounding and deeper listening, presence. And it starts with us connecting into our core. And the Chinese would call it the dantian, the Japanese would call it the hara. And the way to investigate where that is that if you put your fingers together like this and place your index finger over your navel, where your pinky resides, where your pinky lands, that's about the width of 3 fingers below your navel. So we're looking for a spot that's approximately the width of 3 fingers below our navel and a third of the way into the body. So I'm going to invite you now to really bring your attention to that spot. See if you can hold your attention on that spot. While you're doing that, become aware of the parts of your body that are connecting with what you're sitting on, whether it's the floor, the chair, or a combination of those. And feel those parts of the body and feel the contact you're making as contact points for the present moment. And from those points, let yourself be held, allowing gravity to bring you closer to the ground, giving yourself a chance to settle in. As I always say, an important thing is rewiring the nervous system to actually continually give your nervous system the new message or a message: you are held. So as you connect with your contact points, dropping in, letting yourself be held, keeping your spine straight. If it feels safe for you, closing your eyes, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your belly, bringing your full attention to your center, your lower belly, your center of gravity, creativity, impulse, personal power, and their center, the part of you that holds awareness. It's the part of you that perceives your reality at the present moment. From your center, your place of awareness, become aware of your physical body. It's not thinking about your physical body. It's not feeling your physical body. It's bringing awareness to, becoming aware of your physical body. And as you continue as we continue this meditation, part of what we're cultivating with this practice is a sense of flow and balance. So in the case of flow, if energy wants to flow through your body, let it flow without judgment. If the body wants to move or shake, or just let it flow. If emotions want to flow, let them flow without judgment. From your center, become aware of your emotional body. Just noticing what emotions are most present without judgment, and give them permission or give them a space to flow, to be expressed. From your center, become aware of your mental body. How are your thoughts at this moment? This piece of the meditation in itself is very powerful, that you begin to become aware of and cultivate that a part of you is aware of something and a part of you is thinking something. And what we want to cultivate is more of a sense of awareness. We've got the thinking down. Keeping your focus and attention on your center as the foundation of this meditation, your personal power and awareness. Now also bringing awareness to your heart, or the middle of your chest, where your heart power resides. Compassion, understanding, respect. Connection. And with an awareness of your center and your heart, your personal power and your heart power, ask yourself the question, how connected do I feel at this moment to something larger than myself? And give yourself that gift or that permission to feel that, whatever that connection is and however much it is. How connected do I feel at this moment to something larger than myself? Could be something spiritual, humanity, your highest values or highest self. And now with more of an awareness of yourself in this present moment, whether that be physically, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually, from your center and from your heart, take a full breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. So in the process of cultivating more compassion, fierce compassion and resilience, increasing our capacity to have a beneficial impact on ourselves and others in the world, it starts with ourselves. It starts with our level of presence and connection with ourselves. And now with more of a connection with yourself in this present moment, keeping your eyes closed from your center and from your heart, opening to a connection with your surroundings. If we want to have an impact in the world, we have to know the context within which we are operating and have a connection with that. So noticing in all 10 directions, smells, sounds, noticing how the surroundings might be impacting you or how you might be impacting your surroundings. And with more of an awareness of yourself and your surroundings in this present moment, take a deep breath in from your center and from your heart, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Increasing our capacity of awareness and connection. Now with more of an awareness of yourself and your surroundings, from your center and from your heart, open to a connection with those in this meditation circle. People in various parts of the United States, in the Netherlands, in Portugal. From your center and from your heart. And notice. And being curious about how you might be impacting those in this meditation circle at this moment and how they might be impacting you. Allowing energy to flow and emotions to flow. With more of an awareness of yourself, your surroundings and others, and in this meditation circle. From your center and from your heart, take a full breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And now as we anchor more into ourselves, our surroundings, and our connection with those in this meditation circle, expanding our capacity to connect from that anchor from self, surroundings, and those in the meditation circle, open up to a connection with the whole human family. First, beginning to focus on those that you might call loved ones. So with your connection with self, your surroundings, and those in this circle, opening from your center and from your heart, a connection with those that you would call loved ones anywhere on the planet. And notice how that might be impacting you and how you might be impacting them. From your personal power and from your heart power. And from your center and from your heart, opening to a connection with those who you might call strangers. Anywhere on the planet, maybe even in your own apartment building, your own office space. And with your connection with yourself, your surroundings, those in this meditation circle, loved ones and strangers, from your center and from your heart, opening to a connection with those who you might call adversaries. And notice. Can you connect with those you might call adversaries from your personal power, from your core? Is it possible to open your heart to them? And if so, how much? Allowing energy to flow and emotions to flow. And with more of an awareness of yourself, your surroundings, those in this circle, and all human beings, whether you call them loved ones, strangers, or adversaries. Once again, from your center and from your heart, taking a full breath in through your nose, deep into your heart, and out through your mouth. And notice, take this into your nervous system, into your cells, your organs, and your memory, your neural pathways, this level of expansion of awareness, whatever is moving through your body. And this is this very thing that supports us in manifesting resilience and a deeper level of compassion. And maintaining this sense of expansion within yourself and awareness. Hold on to that as we bring our focus back to, at this moment, going from the human family, bringing back our focus to those in this meditation circle, bringing the human family with you in your heart. Now bringing the human family and those in this meditation circle back into your surroundings. As you focus now, bring more awareness to your surroundings. And finally, bringing your focus back to yourself. holding the human family, the meditation circle in your heart. And imagine walking this, cultivating this to the point with enough practice that you can this becomes the new normal. This state of being, even on the subway, even with people who are reactive around you. And to close this meditation, once more from your center and from your heart, taking a full breath in through your nose, and out through your mouth. When you're ready, very slowly shake your body, open your eyes. And Shelley's going to come back and join us.
Todd.
Look at that person.
Foxy.
His name is Jeff. So, does anybody want to share what you discovered, what you were aware of, anything that came up for you? For those who are new, you're welcome to share a word, or if you want to share more, if you don't feel comfortable speaking, you can type or just not share at all.
I'm having a little trouble coming back to words after that. But I was very moved by the vision of holding it all the time. I just think I appreciate that it's like an orienting idea, like, oh yeah. I think that's all I have to say right now, but I love that. Thank you.
Thanks, Amelia.
Hello, I don't know, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm new to this kind of technology.
It's good to have you. Good work.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, this is so beautiful, that it was a beautiful experience. And I've just started reading your book as a morning practice. It's a great way to start the day. And I think it's amazing if we can all go into these feelings of accepting everybody in the whole world around us, just to be as we are, you know, and that's so powerful on this practice. And so I want to thank you for giving this opportunity as well.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, El. It's but I do feel like I need to add to that yes, what we're cultivating is that capacity to hold people as they are, and still make sure we're safe and we take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean people can harm us, or that we can let people get away with things that harm others. And that's the fierce part. That's the fierce part of fierce compassion. So yeah, thank you. And if you have any questions about what you read in the book, feel free to send me an email. Get in touch.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see you again more often.
I will sure try to. I have I bookmarked this page already for a few weeks now, and finally yesterday I reminded myself, like, hey, put it in your mobile phone and put some timer on it. So
Great.
voilà, it works. So I'll put it in for next week as well.
Great. Okay. Nice. Even if you have one word to share, you don't have to, but sometimes one word helps solidify the process or the practice for you.
So Joe, it's amazing how this heart energy can fit in my body, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't fit. It feels, I don't know, very large today. Yeah.
Trust it. And that, and you could say, Tilko, that that's the purpose of the exercise, is all we're doing is training our bodies to be able to hold more of that energy. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just so grateful, Joe, for the meditation. And I really got to experience the expansion. And with that came some contraction when I went through different people or situations in my life, and just allowing, like you said, the flow of the energy without judgment to move through me and transmuting it so that I didn't get stuck and stayed with the presence of the meditation. So I have tremendous gratitude.
Great. And that's what it's about. It's about just feeling that. It's the moment to moment, how open is your heart in any given moment? Like the dimmer switch, right? It's not, your heart isn't an on-off switch, it's a dimmer switch. And just remembering that even if our heart is open 1%, whereas yesterday it was not open at all, that's 1% more possibility for reconciliation, for new solutions. And that's a moment-to-moment process and it's all based on how safe you feel, and at that moment. And it's good to have you here, Jerry.
So it's
great to be here.
First of all, the glory of technology. It's beautiful to see everybody, including you, Shelley, on the other side of the ocean.
Amen.
And there's something there's an alignment between friends, strangers, adversaries, and being able, or cultivating the capacity to simply witness the truth of all of that. It reminds me, I had a great time yesterday talking with Amelia about relationship, and had a chance to say to you, Amelia, that one of the things Shelley and I talk about is the practice of clear-sighted and generous love. So it feels to me that the core of this core practice is to be clear-sighted and generous. So I'm just enjoying, on the Hollywood Squares version of this, hooking it all up.
Clear-sighted and generous. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I guess I'll say something. I honestly didn't have as deep an experience this time as I've had in the past. I felt a little bit disconnected from when you went through the different layers of humanity. I certainly brought those into my awareness. I didn't feel particularly connected to them. And so that's just where I am right now.
Beautiful. That's a great thing to have the courage to share. And also to clarify, the purpose of this meditation isn't that there's no expectation that you do have a connection. The purpose of this meditation is to cultivate a moment-to-moment, just checking in, if I'm connected and how connected am I. So that just means that for you, it's going to be an interesting day, which could be different from a different day because you're not feeling connected to others. And if that's, and then it's up to you to what do you do to take care of yourself and take care of others in that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's great that you have the full awareness that you don't feel connected today to others, and whatever that means.
Yeah.
And I would say now that for you, now the work begins, right? Now the practice begins of cultivating this and really building the muscle. Beautiful.
Thanks.
Okay. Well, it's a treat. It's a treat to have you here. For those of you who are here for the first time, really, it's a real honor to have you here. And for those of you who keep showing up, it's great to see how we're deepening our practice, and feeling the power of what we're doing. I know for me, it's certainly powerful each time we gather. If this is something that, to keep thinking about people who you think would resonate with this, and spread the word, spread the word one-on-one, spread it on your social media feeds, whatever. The more people we can get to cultivate this on an ongoing basis, I really believe the more impact we can have for lasting peace. And the more we can get from people from different parts of the world, the more we weave that into the whole human grid, in a sense. Just think about that as we go along. And if you want to get in touch, if any of you have any questions, please feel free to. And I'm going to close this with, as we always do, we start with a motivation, why we're doing this. We have our practice, and we close with a dedication. So if anyone wants to share, I've made the invitation. If anybody wants to share, how can we channel this energy we've created for places where it could be of real good use? Anybody want to share anything that you can think of? People in your life, organizations, institutions, yourself?
May all who feel lonely, alone, alienated, or isolated sense the connection that is already there.
A very beautiful human being is on his way out of his bodily existence. Gerald J. Judd, who founded Shalom Mountain, is 99 years old, and he's at the gate. So blessings for his reunion with Source.
Yeah, thank you. And may all beings on this planet have enough food and fresh water. And may all governments govern from a place of wisdom as opposed to fear and greed. Let's take one final breath to close this practice. Have a great day, have a great week, and hopefully see you again next week.
Bye. Love.
Bye.